So good morning to the Saturday Coffee Chat. It is the last Saturday of April. Can you believe it? It feels like April has flown by now, now that we're at the end of it. But it's awesome because we're rallying and we're going to move into May and make it amazing. Before we get started, I wanted to do a quick shout out to, and she is on the call, to our fit sister, Sandra. I'm just so proud of her. She made a meal plan. She's been making meal plans and she shared hers with me and we were able to break it down so she could really see what that looks like as far as fitting it into her plan with the Ultimate Portion Fix. And she's doing awesome. And learning to make it her own with, the way that she's going to be able to sustain it. So really wanted to give her this spotlight and just shout that out because that is like, that is one of the parts that people struggle with so much is creating the meal plan and then sticking to the meal plan, right? So, and we're all in that same boat. So just very, kudos to Sandra for taking that next baby step in her journey. And she's feeling awesome. She shared with me. So I'm happy for her and just love that inspiration. We are here to motivate each other. And then before we talk about the atomic habits, I just wanted to touch base again on the pre-tracking of food, speaking of meal plans. That has been like a game changer for me this last week. I'm really loving that process. So pre-tracking just meaning that when you get the Nutrition Plus Tracker app, using that to, like, in the morning or even the night before, logging your meals in for the whole day. So you build out your whole day right there in the Nutrition Plus Tracker app. So either the night before, if you know you're going to be on the go in the morning, and then the night before, if you have it all built out, then you can prep up whatever foods, put it into your Tupperware and have it already in the fridge or on the counter to grab and go. So that'll help with that. And then if you're home, like in the morning when you're having your breakfast or after your breakfast, log your breakfast in, log your dinner in, and then build out the rest of your day with the containers that you have remaining. So then you know exactly what your day is going to look like. And it has really helped me because I used to do the bookends. I used to do the breakfast and the dinner,
right,
and then just kind of wing it during the day. But that just it's just winging it. Now that I know, like, okay, I've specified this for to put in my shake, and this is left over for lunch or snacks. So it just really has, with my mindset, kind of given me that structure that I need to go through the day and not, have to think about it again. So that has really been working well for me. So I just want to encourage people to do that. And if you want any help with doing that, definitely reach out. Okay, so Atomic Habits, our book, an amazing book that was recommended, suggested by Linda. Thank you, Linda, for recommending this. And so many good little nuggets as we go along. So I know Karen just got hers. So, and I think Deb's going to kick us off with where she's at in the first law, which is make it obvious.
Yeah, Louise, I mulling through chapter 4 and 5. So as with anything, you start off with any habit or anything you do is you got to identify it. And so chapter 4 gives you, they call it, well, the whole law is make it obvious, first law. But so your awareness is the key to a habit, whether it's good or bad. It doesn't mean that you have to focus on all the bad habits. So, but what I was mulling over was there's 2 key processes they provided for you to help you become more conscious of what you're doing, is calling pointing and calling, and then the habit scorecard. And I was trying to do a habit scorecard and I kind of got bogged down. And but with that, the habit scorecard, you just kind of let's say, like, I'm trying to really apply Miracle Morning. So I was really trying to what do I really do and write it down, or what I intend to do and write that down. And oh boy, there was an unbalance there. So, but that's what it is. You're identifying things that you want to change. And pointing and calling is a different way of identifying habits. Like, I will drink, oh, what was it? It was a good example. I will eat this cookie, but it's not really good for me. So you just kind of talk yourself through it. And pointing and calling, it's like, oh, sis, I am going to work out tomorrow morning. I declared something I intend to do, and I might be more likely to do it. And so that was just another awareness. And this is the one that cracked me up was my husband, before he leaves the house, it's a man thing. It's called spectacles, testicle, watch, and wallet. But I swear to God, he does this every single time. If it's not in leaving the house, it's in his truck. Spectacles, testicles, watch, and wallet. And it was like, so I hate to ask, what's with the testicle? You know, it's just a man thing. And it's like, oh, good Lord. But anyways, I thought that was pretty comical, but that just goes to show it's pointing and calling. He's actively doing that. So anyways, so when you start identifying, then at the chapter 5, you start creating the habits that you want to instill, or habits you just don't want to do anymore. You know, it's both. And this is where they have two methods. And what I liked was in this one punchline, it says, people who make a specific plan for when and where they will perform a new habit are more likely to follow through. So the two habits is the implementation intention. So like I said, I will work out tomorrow morning. Okay, Suze? You know, type of thing. So your intention is declared. But the other one that was really interesting is the habit stacking itself.
Yeah.
That's where you take an existing habit. Like I had been really good at getting up and drinking my cup of water or two. But I also was aware that once I drank my first or two cups, I go in and I wasn't getting my pre-workout drink in. But yeah, I was going to work out. So I habit stacked drinking my pre-workout drink after I drink my water and then heading upstairs. So I just created a little micro habit, and it's really cool because once you do one habit, you lead into another. And I'd like to extend this to Linda, my sister, because we were talking about that. What was it? After your walk, you take your Shakeology or something like that.
Yeah.
Can you share that?
I had a hard time being consistent with my exercise. You know, I'm used to be a morning person, but being retired, it's another story. But anyway, afternoons, early afternoons, like 1 or 2, either do my walking or if it's pouring down rain, yoga or something like that. But what motivated me is I look forward to my Shakeology after I exercise. And of course, while I'm exercising, I'm thinking, you know, what combination can I make? And that's a good stacking motivation for me. And like you said, sis, on the habits, I was having a challenge on getting my water intake. And I was thinking about it, and I'm going, what I used to drink 3 quarts of water a day, and that's when I was working. And I'm going, well, what is making it different than home? Oh, I have these 2-quart containers that I would fill them up with filtered water or alkaline water. That was and I would fill both of them. That was my take of water for the day. So I went back to that. And like you, sis, the first thing I reach for is my big, here it is, my quart size. And I make sure that I drink the whole thing within an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So it was the system that I had set up initially wasn't working. And that's what I like about this atomic habit is that I was always focused on the outside rim, the outcome, not taking a look at the system and how I felt inside to reach the goal. Oh, I'm sorry, I took over your presentation, Deb.
Oh no, great. Well, it's just I'm just recapping is right here on page 79. The first law of behavior change is to make it obvious, and then strategies like implementation intentions and habit stackings are among the most practical ways to create obvious cues for your habits and design a clear plan for when and where to take action. So you're recreating your cue, and Linda said it perfectly. Her transition from working to a retired lifestyle, awareness of her timing and such. So that's as far as I got with those 2 chapters of the first law.
That's awesome, isn't it? It's amazing how much like he packs a lot of information in there and a lot of like tangible little things that you can start implementing.
Yeah.
As you go further into the first law, you know, of making it obvious, it talks about your environment. And so just the quick thing here is it's the opposite of what we learned like in 2B mindset, out of sight, out of mind, our USM. So, you know, if you don't want to be eating the cookies, don't put the cookies on the counter, right? You put them in the cupboard where the kid can get them, but not you, so that when you walk in the kitchen, it's not the first thing you see. Because one of our sensories that we molds a lot of our behaviors, or a big percentage of our behaviors, is our vision. So making it obvious is then making the healthy habit obvious. And one of the suggestions was fill up all your water bottles. If you have trouble drinking water, fill up all your water bottles and have them around the house so that you'll reach for them when you see it. So Linda's ahead on that one. So this is a great first law to get us going. Just keep reading through the book. Again, if you're doing 32 pages a week, you'll get through the book in 8 weeks. So, you know, just figure that out for wherever you're at. And it's not a race. We're doing this for 2 months, so we'll continue through May. So I find when I start reading, I kind of like do more than I intended to sit down for. So if you're just making it a part of your daily routine or making it a new habit, right? Habit stack it with something else and you'll get to the book. No problem. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Deb and Linda, for sharing on that. Let's talk about BOD goals I put on my note. BOD groups. BOD groups. So our challenge tracker app is going away, but not the group. Sandy had a good question. Is the group going away? The group is not going away, but the app is. So let me just share my screen again with, where did it go? So in the Fit Family page, and then I also put this into my challenge tracker app. I did a quick video on, you know, just how to access your Beachbody, the BOD groups. Can you see this video playing? It's
not playing yet, but I see it.
But you can see it. Okay. So
Hey everyone, Coach Louise here. Very quick announcement.
Oops.
There is a launch.
Okay, so I didn't want to play it, but I just want to get to okay. So when you go to Beachbody On Demand and you're accessing your workouts, there's going to be a tab at the top that says BOD groups. So that's where our group is going to be if you're getting in through the computer. And if you're on, if you have the Beachbody On Demand BOD app, then you'll be able to access the group again through that app, and just not through the My Challenge Tracker. That My Challenge Tracker app is completely going away. So if you don't have the BOD app already downloaded, you might wait till tomorrow and download it after 8 a.m. Pacific time, because then you'll get the updated version. If you have it already on your phone, just make sure that it's updated. I have mine set on automatic updates, but you'll want to make sure it's updated. So if you, you should see at the bottom, this little icon here is, I don't know if it says groups, but it's got like a couple different heads, which is the BOD groups. So you want to click on that. Yeah, so here's where you would be at the home page. Here's where you access videos, so your workouts and your Fix8 and your ultimate portion fix and To Be Mindset. And then this icon is the groups app. So when you, let's see, he clicks on it in this.
If somebody comes to this and they want to learn more about our group, or they want to,
That's me.
so that's an awesome. Let's just play this.
Looks like on the app. Now you can see down here at the bottom, there is a brand new groups app, right? Got 15 notifications there, got some good activity going on in the group. And so by clicking on that, that's how I will access the BOD groups part of the Beachbody On Demand app. And
So when you click on that, yeah, you'll come in and you'll see our April revival group will be there on Sunday morning. And then, you know, any groups going forward, that's where it will be. So it's exciting because it keeps it into one place. They're going to bring the Nutrition Plus app tracker functions into Beachbody On Demand too. So it's all in one spot. I love that. Then the features in our bot groups is going to be, they're trying to enhance that. So like right now on the Challenge Tracker app, if you reply to somebody's comment, it doesn't nest it underneath the comment. It just kind of throws it up there. And I'm like, I can't remember what I said, but she's thanking me for it, you know, or it just, it keeps it better so that it's more of a conversation flow. So, and then different things like now where you can like and heart and smiley face and that kind of thing, I think is coming. Videos will be longer, so when we're sharing about things, we can talk. We don't have to try to quickly scrunch it all into 3 minutes. Promise we won't go too long on our videos. And then other things are coming down the road. So it's exciting. I'm excited about it. And then just finally, the May group will be starting May 4th. And it's Made for More. One more time, sharing my screen here. So the Made for More, May group is Made for More. I love this because this is about tapping into our potential, right? So we're really gonna, it's just gonna kind of give us some more motivation. It's all about the M's. It's a new month, which always feels like fresh start, but sometimes that start is what stops people. It's hard to get that momentum going sometimes. So we're going to really encourage you just to start to, take action, to continue to take action. In that motion creates momentum, and then momentum creates motivation. And we're just going to keep fostering that motivation. So we want to make May our best month of 2020 because we need that. So here's what to expect for our weekly layout. Mondays will be Made for More Mondays. So it's really going to just be giving you that motivation, that food for thought, just really instilling that belief within you that you have within you, right? That's where your potential and your motivation comes from. Tuesday is movement. So, we're going to be just talking about things like stretching and your workouts, motivation, kind of pumping you up midweek. Thursday will be meals, so we definitely always like to share recipes. These will be some good ones of getting in some more veggies and also some treats, some healthy treats. Friday is meaning making. So we're going to be just kind of getting like a little more into your, it'll be more, it's fun, but it'll just be like getting you to think about things. And then Saturday, make a memory. This is fun too, because we're going to have you sharing some photos of different things. And then Sunday, meal plan it out. So really focusing on that meal planning portion, which again, as we started the call, is so important and something a lot of us kind of, that's that hurdle or the thing that we, that kind of holds us back a little bit. So we're going to give you tips and different resources to be able to use for that. I would again start pre-tracking using your Nutrition Plus app tool, and that'll help you out a lot as well. So we talk about prep week with our customer guidebook, our e-guide, through the last week of the month preceding the new month, right? So this next week will be prep week. I am going to do like a flow of emails that comes out and kind of just piecemeals our prep week to everybody. So it's just kind of like keeping it fresh in your mind of things to be doing next week that are going to get you set up for May. So look for those coming out as well. Anybody have any questions for today?
I was just thinking when we were talking, I think this is, if you haven't started reading the book, use the habit stacking for your meal planning. It's a good tool just to do a straw draw or just to get your feet wet on trying something new as a habit and see where your weaknesses are trying to get your meal plan put together, because there's plenty of resources and it can get overwhelmed. But whether it's a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or sometimes I do it Monday just because I'm just focused on Mondays, and I have enough food through them. But I'm just kind of challenged. Use your meal planning using the Atomic Habits habit stacking model.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what, like with your tracking.
Yeah, exactly.
Work that into your day, and then how you work it into your weekend to like line it out and get your groceries ordered or go shopping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Use your tools. All right. Thank you, ladies, for being on the call. Have an amazing weekend. And note tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific time, the tracker is going away. So you'll be able to get in at 8 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow in BOD groups. Feel free to text me or Deb or email if you're having troubles. I'm going to be getting up early tomorrow and coming in and just making sure everything's good to go. So if you have any issues, definitely hit me up because I'll be up and monitoring that. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.
You too.
Bye, Sandy. Good to see you in the morning, girl.
All right, bye.
Bye.